you just don't know from one moment to the next why there's a variance in the way that we feel. And so I kept asking myself the question, I know that I'm fearful of things, but I was asking for clarification. I wanted to know exactly what's my fear based on. I'm noticing that there are things in my life that come easy because I have a certain belief attached to it. And walking and eating healthy, it's second nature. It's not even something that I think about. It's automatic because it's part of who I am, part of my habit, unconscious habit. They're just happening without me even noticing or realizing it or even thinking about it and saying, I don't know, should I be eating healthy tonight or should I go for a walk? It doesn't faze me. But then I have other beliefs like growing a business, making it successful and thriving, and then I, for whatever reason, have put a cap, a ceiling. And when I get to that cap, to that ceiling, everything either stops, but that's not likely because you and I live in a universe that is fluid. It's not stagnant. It's forever moving because it's all energy and based on gazillion frequencies. And the frequency you're vibrating at is your current reality. And so, knowing this, even though I have a cap of how much I deserve to earn, that can't stay there. It's got to go either up or down, but it's going to change. It's going to move because that's the universe you and I live in. In our day-to-day life, or should I just say in our lifetime, we're always presented with two choices. And I'm going to reiterate that by adding unconscious two choices for most of humanity. Because as you and I know, when things are conscious, it's very easy for us to select A or B because we're conscious of it. But when something that matters is embedded in our subconscious mind and it's part of our habits, patterning, negative beliefs, in a nutshell, our personality, we don't realize it, what belief we have, because it's part of who we are. And so I'm here to say that in life, we all have a choice to choose to live a life that we love, which is out in the unknown, out there where we don't know what that unknown looks like, or to choose the familiar, where it's comfortable, where what we've known all of our life. And in this area, the known, there's a little bit of good, a little bit of joy, a little bit of happiness. It's all conditional, but most of it, it's all negative. It's all self-sabotaging. And you ask, so why would we choose to live in the negative versus living in a positive? Because the negative is what we know. We know what to expect. And even that will change. Again, we live in a fluid universe. So if something is bad or negative or unwanted, it's going to move. It's going to continually grow. It's either going to spiral all the way down, or you make the choice to step into the unknown and see what the unknown has to offer you. Is it comfortable to simply wake up one morning and say, I've had enough of this life. I'm going to shift into a higher frequency. And, we use mantras. There's so many out there, but I'm going to share a couple of examples. You could be saying to yourself, no matter what situation, circumstance, or condition is surrounding your life, you could be telling yourself, well, you know what? Hold on a minute. Just a moment. Circumstances don't matter. The only thing that matters is my state of being. And then you reflect upon your state of being. Where are you in that moment? Are you following your highest passion? In my case, one of them is going for a walk. What is yours? Or are you telling yourself, I can't follow my highest passion because I have to stay here in this situation, circumstance, condition. You could be there could be a conflict between you and another person. That negative belief allowing you to believe that is more important than following your highest passion. And I'm here to say that is the furthest thing from the truth. So when people are stuck, sad, frustrated, angry, disappointed, fearful is really up there. It's been, in my life, it's been one of the top things. That fear has stopped me and self-sabotaged myself so many times, never understanding or knowing or even realizing that it was because I had a negative belief attached to something that made it fearful for me to cut the cord and move away. And as I started mentioning a moment ago, when I was on my walk today, I've been walking every day. That's when I do my most thinking, because walking is one of my highest passion things to do. It comes easy for me to return home. Where is that home? To become Zen-like. Be in contact with that still small voice, the intuition, just letting go, control, surrendering into who you are. It's the most beautiful thing that you will ever experience. You just surrender. Surrendering doesn't mean that you let go control and you become loosey-goosey. No, you're letting go, meaning like your heart is opening up, you feel calmness, you feel happy, and you feel trusting. Trusting that there's something more powerful out there supporting you every step of the way. You and I are never alone. There's always someone there supporting us. And so if we choose to live in our comfort zone and live our life in a very low frequency vibration, because we are loved unconditionally, I am not going to interfere. So I'm going to allow you to live life in a low vibratory state. But should you decide that you want to live at a higher frequency, where what you love, your preferred life, because sometimes we have our imagination, and we think about what we would love if we could. And so maybe one day you could practice this. You sit down quietly, eyes open, eyes closed, doesn't matter, and just bring up an image of you today, of your current life and everything in it, and see how you're feeling as you're viewing that image. And then pause, and then bring up the image of the life that you would love and everything that encompasses, and then see how that feels. Those are the choices that you and I have to continue feeling those emotions, or experiencing living a life with a higher vibration. And that's the life that we prefer to live, because it's who we are at our core. We are here to live our very best life. But because we have free will, the universe, God, source, whatever we want to call it, it's never going to interfere and say, no, child of mine, that's not what you really want. You want this. No. It loves us unconditionally, and whatever we choose, it will support us. So knowing this, do you think it's worth your while to learn about yourself, to start working with a vision and applying the tools, working with someone by your side that's going to guide you, assist you, coach you, for you to transition from the familiar to the unfamiliar, to where it's uncomfortable, but where you know that that's where the life that you love resides. There are no secrets. There are no secrets. It's always been about what we choose. And because our subconscious is very powerful, 99% of the time, we're having the same thoughts, repetitive thoughts. We have anywhere between 60 to 70,000 thoughts a day. It's always the same thoughts. Some of those thoughts are conscious. The balance are all unconscious. You have no idea what you're thinking about, but you know it by the way you feel. Isn't it, how can I put this? Isn't it incredibly amazing to know that you have the power within you to choose the life that you want to live? And because you know that you're fully supported and loved unconditionally, whatever you choose shall be yours. That's the universal laws that you and I live in. It must and it will show up in your life. All we have to work on is to raise our energy, our frequency, and try to maintain that as long as we can. And before you know it, you're going to be shifting from one frequency to the next. And that shift of frequency means two different realities. That's how powerful you are. And so to end today's video, during my walks these past weeks, I kept asking the question to my higher mind, my higher self. I know I'm fearful. I have other negative beliefs, but let's say they're vibrating over here. But there's one that's vibrating just a little bit higher, meaning it's a little bit more brutal. Let's call it what it is, okay? More brutal. So I asked, what am I really afraid of? I know that I'm afraid, but where specifically? Where is that fear? And I asked, and then out of the blue, it just came up. And for me, it was fear of loss. The word loss came up, and I thought to myself, fear of loss. And then I thought, that makes sense. Fear of loss means losing my business, not losing my livelihood. That's a big fear because it's my livelihood. Now, for someone else, they may have a fear of losing their partner, their loved ones, losing something that they cherish. There's different types, different level of fears, okay? And I asked and I got my answer. And I know that if you ask, whatever it is that's keeping you stuck will come to the surface. But at the end of the day, you always have a choice to make. How would you like to live your life moving forward? It's not about what the family members are saying that you should be doing. It's not about what your friends are going to say, your colleagues. It's about what do you want to, who do you want to be is the question. Who do you want to be? And the moment you become that person by choice, the people that truly love you will be with you all the way. And because you're becoming the person that you're here to be, in your becoming, you're now helping all those around you, close to you, your loved ones, If they're vibrating at that frequency, you are inspiring them to do the same. So not only are you serving others, but in serving others, you're serving yourself. So I hope that this video has been helpful. I came home from my walk and I thought to myself, even if my message reaches only one individual, well, then I have served God and I have served the universe, because that one person is waiting for this message. And so until next time, you are an expanded being. You are love. You are incredible. And most of all, you are powerful beyond your imagination. It's all within you. So what do you choose to do today? Do you want to see what that preferred life would feel and look like? It takes one decision to move forward and never look back. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.